Hello to everyone, welcome.
Like I'm in a Tim Burton movie.
Hello, howdy to everyone, welcome. My name is Marie. We're from TSBU Paranormal. Tonight, true crime, even unsolved true crime. So let me just put up the sticker. Now, some of these, well, I think most of the true story here is on unsolved true crime cases. So I'll just put up the number again of Crime Stoppers.
Hello, Rhonda.
Hi, Rhonda. Is it 1800? I think it's 1800 333 000. Am I correct, Mr. Drew?
Just have a look.
Yeah, I think it's 1800, not 1300. And then TikTok's got to approve it.
Yeah, right. 1800 333 000.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Well, it's under review at the moment, so I'll just put it in the comments. Oh, thank you for the heart, me. Crime Stoppers.
Oh, is that right? Welcome.
Hello, welcome in, everyone. Yeah. I can't pin it. They won't let me pin it until they approve it. But there it is. Crime Stoppers number. Okay. And I'll turn down the music a little bit. Okay, Google. Turn down volume to 40%. Thank you for the Mishka Bear. Thank you, Rhonda.
Oh, thank you, Rhonda.
I like the Mishka Bear. Thank you for tapping on the screen, everyone. That helps with the algorithm to the view page. You can also share the live, bring your friends in. Friends and relatives, all welcome.
Hello, Leslie.
Hello, Leslie. How you going? Let's see if I can turn that off. Oh, you can barely see me now. Yeah, the music I'm playing is non-copyright, so I'm hoping I can put it on later on YouTube. Hello, Leslie. How you going? Hello to everyone. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, tonight it is about true crime again.
Yes.
And it's about basically around Sydney, Bondi. Unsolved true crime cases. Even I think some of them may have been missing. So we're doing a number of stories. And there's also the I think it's called Wanda Beach unaliving of 2 teenage girls. That's still unsolved to this day. It was 1965, January 1965. Yeah, so we will be talking about all that. Yeah, let me just see if I can find all the stories.
And the more recent ones, isn't it?
Yeah, and the recent ones now, yeah. Yeah.
13th of April.
So I'll be starting off with the Wanda Beach. I wish I could just say the word, the M. I have to say unalivings. Okay. Yeah, so we just need more people in. And I will put up a treasure box as well, just to start off with. Hello, Marshall. How you going?
Hi,
Yeah.
Marshall.
Yeah.
Sorry about your stepdad.
Yeah. Sorry about your stepdad passing. Yeah. Yeah.
Your family and yourself have our condolences.
Yeah. We send condolences. Yeah. So everyone, thank you for tapping on the screen. Thank you for sharing. We are going to talk about I'm going to start off with the Wanda Beach unalivings of two teenage girls. It was here we go, 11th of January 1965. Oh, you received another sad news.
No.
Oh, no. Oh. Hello to everyone, welcome. Please bring your friends in. We've reached 1,000 likes so far. That's awesome. Let's get it to 10K.
What's up?
Here we go. Yeah, so you can't see me. Let me see. Yeah. The lights are on. All right, so should I start first? Let's begin.
Wish Anne Marie was quite bright.
Do I look frightening then? Yeah. Right. So this is about, now we're going to talk about unsolved crime around Sydney, Bondi, stemming back to many years. Now I'm going to start off with, I'm sure this one is also, yeah, that is. This is a New South Wales one. Go back. What has happened here? All right. The Wanda Beach unalivings, also known simply as Wanda, were the unsolved unalivings of Marianne Schmidt and Christine Sharrock at Wanda Beach near Cronulla in Sydney, New South Wales, Australia on 11th January 1965. The victims, both aged 15, were best friends and neighbours from the suburb of West Ryde, and their partially buried bodies were discovered the next day. The brutal nature of the slayings and the fact that they occurred on a deserted, windswept beach brought massive publicity to the case. By April 1966, police had interviewed some 7,000 people, making it the largest investigation in Australian history. It remains one of the most infamous unsolved Australian murder cases of the 1960s and New South Wales' oldest unsolved homicide case. So that's Wanda Beach, 11th of January 1965, location, so Wanda Beach, near Cronulla in New South Wales. Two young girls, 15. Their throat, I'm not going to say any more than that. Yeah. And also the back of the head, injuries there on both. So this is unsolved cold case. Marianne Schmidt, aged 15 years. Christine Sharrock, aged 15 years. Now let's talk about the victims. Okay. Because whenever people talk about the true crime, we've got to go back into the life of the two victims prior to it all happening. Yeah, so welcome in everyone. Please share the live, bring your friends and relatives in. This is about the Wanda Beach. Okay, two girls. So Marianne Schmidt had arrived in Melbourne, Victoria with her family from West Germany in September 1958. At the time, the Schmidt family consisted of parents Helmut and Elizabeth, and Marian and her siblings. Helmut Jr., Hans, Peter, Trixie, and Wolfgang. Another child, Norbert, was born the following year. After arriving in Australia, the Schmidt family lived in a migrant hostel in Unanderra, New South Wales, before settling in Temora. In 1963, Helmut Schmidt moved the family. Oh, you got treasure box. Thank you to Mama Bear. So we moved the family to the Sydney area after being diagnosed with Hodgkin disease. Residing in a home in West Ryde, Helmut passed away the following year. Schmidt's next-door neighbour was Christine Sharrock, who lived with her grandparents, Jim and Jeanette Tague. Sharrock's father had passed away in 1953. Her mother, Beryl Sharrock, remarried and was living in the northwestern Sydney suburb of Seven Hills. Sharrock moved in with her grandparents by choice, and when the Schmidts arrived next door, she developed a strong friendship with Marianne, who was the same age. It is not known why Sharrock preferred to live with her grandparents and not her mother and stepfather. Okay, so that's their stories. The disappearance. On 1st of January 1965, at the height of the surf music era, Sharrock and Schmidt visited the beach at Cronulla, which had been a popular picnic spot for the Schmidt family. Diary entries read after the unalivings indicated that the girls had kissed some boys at the beach that day. The following day, the Schmidt children visited Cronulla again without Sharrock. Meanwhile, Schmidt's mother had been admitted to a hospital for a major operation, leaving Helmut Jr. and Marianne in charge of the household. On Saturday, 9th of January, Schmidt and Sharrock asked Schmidt's mother, who was still hospitalised, if they could take the younger children to Cronulla the next day, and were given permission. However, rain prevented the trip. On Monday, 11th of January, accompanied by Schmidt's 4 younger siblings. Oh, that's a bit loud now.
Okay, Google, turn volumes at 20%.
Yeah, a little bit loud. So on Monday, 11th of January, accompanied by Schmidt's 4 younger siblings, the girls again set off by train. So they set off by train for Cronulla railway station after transferring at Redfern. They arrived at about 11 a.m, but it was very windy and the beach was closed. The group then walked down to the southern end of the beach and sheltered among the rocks. 8-year-old Wolfgang still wanted to swim, so Schmidt went with him to a shallow part of the surf away from the rocks. After they returned to the group, they had a picnic. At some point during this time, Sharrock left the others and went off by herself. Really? When Sharrock returned to the group, they decided to go for a walk into the sandhills behind Wanda Beach. Around 1 p.m, the group had reached a point about around 400 metres, 430 yards beyond the Wanda Surf Club. They stopped to take shelter behind a sandhill as the younger children were complaining about the conditions. Schmidt told her younger siblings that she and Sharrock would return to the rocky area at the south end of the beach, where they had hidden their bags, then return to fetch the children and head home. Instead, however, the girls continued into the sandhills. When Peter told them they were going the wrong way, they laughed at him and walked on. Oh, wow. So I'm talking about the Wanda Beach unalivings of the 2 girls. Now, so they went with their... So the Schmidt children remained waiting behind the sandhill until 5 p.m, at which time they returned to collect their bags, including Schmidt and Sharrock's purses, and went home on the last train, arriving home around 8 p.m. Now, Schmidt and Sharrock were reported missing at 8:30 p.m. by Sharrock's grandmother. And the next morning, On Tuesday, 12th of January, Peter Smith was taking 3 young nephews for a walk through Wanda Beach sandhills. Some distance north of the Wanda Surf Club, he discovered what appeared to be a store mannequin buried face down in the sand. He brushed away the sand from the head and realised that it was a body, and the police were called from the surf club. At this point, Smith believed he had found only one body. Oh, wow. It's pretty sad. So if you want to have a look, I'm going to show you a picture of the sandhills in Wanda. So that's what it looks like, or looked like. I don't know what it looks like now. Okay. Now I've got the Crime Stoppers number, but it's still under review. Come on, TikTok. Why do they always take a long time?
Oh, I might...
Hey?
I feel like I need a boost.
Okay, so I'm going to put it into the comments, the Crime Stoppers number. Just hold on, and then we'll talk about... Yeah, because it's under review, as usual. Last time they were quicker. I don't know. So 1800 333 000. No, they still can't. I can't pin it. Okay, so there you go. Crime Stoppers there. All right. So when they went to the scene and it was examined, Schmidt was found lying on her right side with her left leg bent. Sharrock was face down, her head against the sole of Schmidt's left foot. Both had scratch marks on their faces from a 34-metre, 37-yard long drag mark leading to the scene. Police determined that Sharrock had fled, possibly while Schmidt was passing away, only to have been caught, incapacitated, and dragged back to the body of her friend. An intensive search was undertaken to find the actual instruments that were used. A long kitchen utensil, sharp one, and some sort of blunt instrument, but they were never found. Tons of sand from around the scene were sifted through, and various items were found, including a blood-stained sharp instrument, but police were unable to link it to the unalivings. The autopsy for Sharrock found I'm not sure what that is. Oh, BAC, blood alcohol. Oh, of 0.015. But alcohol was not found in Schmidt's autopsy. It was also discovered that Sharrock had consumed food, cabbage and celery, possibly a Chico roll that was different from the rest of the party. It is suspected this occurred while she was alone. I wonder. And Sharrock's skull had been fractured, and there was a blow to the head, and she had other injuries. Schmidt's throat as well she had been injured around there too, and she had other things happen to her, which I can't describe. I cannot say this, and attempts had been made to essay. Is that how you say? Essay the girls, and some specimen was found on both girls, but the autopsy showed that I can't even say that, sorry, that something, part of the body, that the blah 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 was still intact. Schmidt's brother, Hans, had viewed photos of her body and said she'd been unalived with a sharp instrument 25 times. She'd almost, I can't even say that, her throat. It was also during Sharrock's absence that Wolfgang noticed a teenage boy hunting crabs. This is True Crime Live, yes. Yes, this is about true crime in Sydney. This one is a 1965 true crime of two girls.
Cold case.
What did you say, sorry?
Cold case.
It's a cold case, yeah. So it's unsolved, cold case. 1965 this happened, 11th of January 1965. Yeah, so it was also during Sherrock's absence that Wolfgang noticed a teenage boy hunting crabs. Later, he claimed to have seen the same boy twice more, once in the company of his sister and Sherrock, and again sometime much later walking alone. There has been doubt about his description of this person, as Wolfgang's testimony over time variously suggested he had a homemade spear gun, fishing utensil, or both. The last official sighting of the girls was around 12:45 p.m. by local fireman Dennis Dostine, who was walking in the area with his son and saw the girls walking about 730 metres north of the surf club. Dostine told police that they seemed to be hurrying, and one of the girls often looked behind her as if they were being followed. He did not see anybody else. There had been a number of people seen in the area who were never identified and never came forward. Oh, wow. The funerals for Schmidt and Sherrock were held on 20th of January, and a $10,000, but it doesn't look like a dollar sign. That's really strange. I'm sure we only had dollars into.
Pounds, but no.
Oh, pounds, here we go. £10,000 reward was posted in February, later converted to a $20,000 in 1966. Oh, that's when they converted the currency.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which stood unchanged as of August 2002. In April 1966, a coroner handed down his report, by which time police had interviewed some 7,000 people, making it the largest investigation in Australian history. Despite this, the unalivings quickly became a cold case, and none of the three main suspects fit the description of the surfer youth who had never been identified. The case was reopened in 2000, and in February 2012, the New South Wales Police Force Cold Case Unit announced that a weak male DNA sample had been extracted from a pair of white shorts worn by Sherrock. While admitting that current technology was unstable to provide more information, police were confident that future advances would give more assistance. In July 2014, police said that a sample of a male, I'm not going to say what it is, you know what it is. Okay? Mr. J, help me out here. Police said...
About the people go fishing.
No. Oh, okay, yeah, you can say that. Oh, yeah, okay. All right. Police said that a... starts with S. Sample taken from Schmidt's body had been lost and could not be located despite an extensive search. Suspects. Okay, so the suspects. How do you say this name? CEC. Is it Sec Johnson, a former detective who had investigated the unalivings, was given a painting in 1975 by Alan Bassett, who had been jailed for the brutal of Carolyn Orphan in Wollongong on 11th of June 1966. Bassett's painting, titled a bloody awful thing, so anyway, that's what the actual title of the painting is, showed an abstract landscape. Johnson believed the painting showed blood trails, a broken, sharp utensil, and the body of a victim, and became convinced that Bassett was the Wanda Beach unaliver. He also became convinced that the painting showed a scene from the unalivings that only the perpetrator would know, as well as clues to the also unsolved unalivings of Wilhelmina Kruger and Anna Toscayo Delinko. Despite the skepticism of other detectives, Johnson wrote a book about the case. However, before it could be published, he was unalived in an accident. Other detectives, while retaining professional respect for Johnson, concluded that he was wrong in his belief. One person Johnson convinced, however, was Daily Mirror crime reporter Bill Jenkins, who repeated Johnson's claims in his ghost-written memoirs, As Crime Goes By, in a chapter devoted to the Wanda Beach unalivings, most of which is essentially a repeat of what he had written in his earlier book, Crime Reporter. Jenkins mentions Bassett and his painting, Bassett, who had been released from prison. In 1995, commenced proceedings for defamation of the Supreme Court of New South Wales. The publisher pleaded defences of justification, Bassett being a convicted unaliver, and the proceedings never went further. Since his release, Bassett has voluntarily given a DNA sample to clear his name, but whether or not he has been eliminated as a suspect in Wanda Beach unalivings has yet to be publicised. A second suspect is serial unaliver Christopher Wilder. 2 years prior to the unalivings, Wilder had been convicted of a gang, starts with R, gang R. Can I just say, anyway, you know what it is. I can say grape. Okay, I'll say grape. Okay. Okay.
What do I make wine from?
Yeah. Now I've lost. Yeah, so Christopher Wilder, that's him. Christopher Bernard Wilder, also known as the Beauty Queen unaliver and the Snapshot unaliver, was an Australian-American serial unaliver who abducted at least 12 young women and girls, unaliving 8 of them during a 6-week cross-country crime spree in the United States in early '84. What are we talking about? Is that the same guy they're talking about? Let's go back to this. No, this is different. Okay, let's go back. It just made me go to there. Okay, so the second suspect is the serial unaliver Christopher Wilder. 2 years prior to the unalivings, Wilder had been convicted of a gang, as I said, grape on a Sydney beach, which led police to include him as a suspect. Wilder had emigrated to the United States in 1969 while visiting his parents in Australia in 1982. He was charged with SA offences against 2 15-year-old girls whom he had forced to pose in their birthday suit. Wilder fled back to the US, and in the first half of 1984 he committed 8 unalivings and attempted several more. He accidentally unalived himself during a struggle with police in New Hampshire on 13th of April '84. A third suspect, so there's a third suspect as well, not well publicised until 1998, is Derek Percy, who had been in prison since 1969 for the unaliving of a child on a beach in Victoria. Percy, considered too dangerous to be released and the prime suspect for a number of other unalivings of children in Melbourne and Sydney, passed away in 2013 from the Big C. He was considered a leading suspect in the Wanda Beach unalivings by police. While Percy can be linked to Cronulla on the date of the unalivings, no other links have been found. It was hoped he would make confessions on his deathbed, but that never came about. Now, possible linked cases. Wow, this goes on really long. This is this is about the Wanda Beach unalivings of 2 15-year-old girls. They lived next door to each other. And that was 11th of January 1965. Now, 2 far less well-known unalivings also occurred during early 1966 in the days following the nationally publicised disappearance of the Beaumont children, which police at the time speculated might have been connected to the Wanda Beach unalivings. On Saturday 29th of January 1966, a 56-year-old cleaning lady named Wilhelmina Kruger was unalived in the Piccadilly Centre on Crown Street in Wollongong. Her body was discovered around 5:45 a.m. at the foot of the basement level stairs. Wow. Sorry, I'm going to put up...
Tried to make out it was...
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'll just keep going.
Someone had fallen rather than been unalive.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just putting up... So I've got a goodie bag and then just treasure box. Just continue. Here we go. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so we continue. So the cleaning lady, she was unalive. They discovered a body around 5:45 a.m. at the foot of the basement level stairs by a butcher who had arrived for work. Having been first assaulted 3 floors above, probably around 4:30 a.m., she had been brutally dragged down the escalators and stairs. She was then... More things occurred to her as injuries and whatever that perpetrator did to her, very bad, and was found with no clothes on from the chest down. Police also found cigarette burns in her clothing and blonde hair was found at the scene. In the time prior to the unaliving, Kruger had become nervous that someone was watching her and had been driven to work by her husband. Similarly, the lights in the car park within the centre had shown recent signs of tampering, including on the morning of the unaliving. A witness that lived near the centre reported seeing a vehicle speeding nearly at around 4:55 a.m. on the day of the unaliving. The witness described the vehicle as a rusty cream coloured utility, possibly a Holden. Come on, TikTok. I need to put the Crime Stoppers up there. Oh, God. It's unsolved. Not approved. Why? It's not approved, Mr. G. They're not putting it up there. I can't believe that. This is an unsolved... They just heard me and they just said not approved. They've approved all the others.
Yeah, we're trying to help...
We're trying to help solve... This is an unsolved...
cold case.
Cold case. God. Can you see that? I only see it says not approved.
I can't see it.
Oh my God. That's the first time they haven't approved it. Okay. Sorry, guys. TikTok just leaves me puzzled every time. I'm puzzled at TikTok. Can you tell me why they're not putting it up this time? It's just really strange.
Very strange.
They put it up for the Byron Bay thing. God. Okay, so where am I up to? Yeah, so I can't put it up there. It's
Actually, hang on. Get rid of that.
Sorry, say it again.
How do I get rid of the comment?
What comment?
That's the wrong number.
God. Yep, I can't put it up there. Please explain, TikTok.
Can you... How do we remove that? I mean, no, just move.
What are you talking about, Mr. G? I can't see anything. Okay, anyway, we'll keep going. Sorry, guys, I can't put the Crime Stoppers number up there. That's strange. Please explain. TikTok. This is a community service. You know, it's a cold case. I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm really annoyed.
Can you just delete my comment, please?
I can't see your comment. Can you stop talking, Mr. G? Okay, let's keep going.
You can't see it.
No, I can't see any comments. So it looks like they've taken your comment off. I don't understand why you put a comment up. No, I can't. So I can put it as a comment. Let's have a look. But I can't pin it. Crime Stoppers.
That's the Santa portal.
Crime Stoppers. This is the number anyway. Community service, TikTok, and you're not making me put it up there. Okay. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's keep going. So where am I up to? Here we go. Similarly, the lights in the car park within the centre had shown recent signs of tampering, including on the morning of the unaliving. A witness who lived near the centre reported seeing a vehicle speeding nearby at around 4:55 a.m. on the day of the unaliving. The witness described the vehicle as a rusty cream coloured utility, possibly a Holden or Chevrolet type model with a plywood canopy attached to the rear of the vehicle. The witness gave a description of the driver as a tall, lean male of dishevelled appearance. This report was corroborated by two couples who were staying at the centre's motel, who asked the male about local accommodation shortly before Kruger's unaliving. The group also stated that they heard the sound of a vehicle speeding away shortly after the unaliving. The group's description of the male to whom they spoke and the vehicle he drove matched the description of the speeding driver. Considered one of the most brutal attacks in the history of the state, the case remains unsolved. Police believe that the unaliver might have been the work of the Wanda Beach unaliver, but would not say why. Around midnight on Wednesday, 16th of February 1966, a 27-year-old shop assistant and woman of the night from Bondi named Anna Taskoya Delinkoa went missing after leaving the taxi club in King's Cross. 10 days later, around 5:30 p.m. on 26th of February, her body was found by a truck driver who had stopped at the side of the old Illawarra Road to change a tyre. Most of the Delancoa's clothes and belongings were missing, and evidence showed that her body had been moved to a more visible location around 3 to 4 days prior to the discovery. Police immediately linked her brutal... Oh, do you want to hear this? This is what they described it as. Police immediately linked her brutal JTR-like unaliving, JTR as Jack the...
Really?
With that of Kruger, and investigators from that crime were called in to assist. They believed that the unalive might have been the work of the Wanda Beach unaliver, primarily based on circumstantial evidence and similarities in modus operandi. In both the unalivings of Kruger and Delacoa, police believe that the unaliver perpetrator was taunting them. In the Kruger case, a witness calling himself Gary gave a statement that he had a girlfriend. He and his girlfriend were sitting in his car parked in Railway Square directly behind the Piccadilly Centre when he saw the utility pulling into the square sometime between 2:30 a.m. and 3 a.m. on the morning of the unaliving. Gary also stated that the vehicle circled Railway Square three times before turning back into Gladstone Avenue and parking opposite the Piccadilly Centre. Police checks revealed that no such person existed on any record, and the address that Gary gave detectives was false. Wow, this keeps going. They also did this an episode of this in Crime Investigation Australia, entitled "The Wanda Beach Unalivings and the Beaumont Children Mystery." Okay, so it's still a cold case. Hello to everyone that's shared the live. Sorry, I can't put the I can't put it up. They're not approving the Crime Stoppers number. Thank you, TikTok. That's the first time they haven't approved it. No, but why haven't they? No, you can't pin it, but you can put it in the comments. But why have they changed the rules now? I don't understand. We did all the cold cases about the Byron Bay thing. Hello, Tammy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm quite annoyed with TikTok again. Anyway. Yeah, it's so hard to really bring out information, and there's so many restrictions on TikTok. It's just hard.
You want to do a story?
Yeah, now Mr. G is going to do a story, so yeah, I cannot put Crime Stoppers number up there. So I'll just put in the comments again. I mean, this is a community service. That's all we're doing. So.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the 6 unalivings that took place last year at Bondi Shopping Centre. Bondi Junction Shopping Centre, Westfield. So let's first go to the background.
Yeah.
So Joel Cauchi was diagnosed with mental illness when he was a teenager. He stopped taking his medication in 2019. He apparently worsened, his mental health continued to worsen year after year for a period of 5 years till the incident took place. He's originally born from Toowoomba in Queensland and been living in Brisbane prior to going down to Sydney. He hired out a storage room to basically sleep and to give himself some cover. So this was, the incident occurred on April 13th this year, and starting to get a little bit cool in April, particularly in Sydney. So as it's approaching winter, definitely in mid-autumn, or America's call it fall. So anyway, what happened is on the day, he had basically slept overnight, had fully charged up his phone. I went to the shopping centre, arrived at 3:30 p.m, 3:30 in the afternoon. Had been waiting in line at a bakery inside the shopping centre, and started to become agitated, and he then started using his weapon, which you can find in the kitchen, and first off, or mayhem took place, and it lasted approximately 3 minutes. There were 6 people unalived and 10 people injured in that period of time. So while he was waiting in the line at the bakery, he unalived Dawn Singleton, aged 25. She was and is the daughter of John Singleton, one of the well-known Australian figures, businessman. There was also 3 more victims from the line and the surroundings. There was Jade Young, age 47. Yishan Chen. And Ashley Good, 38, who was a young mother, had a baby in a pram. He then turned his attention on the baby. She defended her baby. And the baby was rescued by two gentlemen. Well, actually, she basically took the baby and gave it to these men, even though she was not very well herself.
No, she actually gave the baby to the two men and said, "Please help me."
Yeah.
Or something like that.
She apparently took another wound as she defended the baby. Kachi then continued his attack, unaliving security guard Faraz Tahir, a 30-year-old Pakistani citizen. Then Pikaria Dachiav, age 55. 5 minutes and 43 seconds after the attack began, the perpetrator, Joel Kauchi, was unalived by a policewoman, Scott, last name Scott. He apparently started attacking her and she unalived him. Now, she apparently arrived 4.5 minutes after the attacks had begun. And it took her 1 minute to get to where he was. This happened on a Saturday. There was some concerns because no alarm sounded within Westfield Bondi Junction until 1 minute after the perpetrator had been unalived by the police. In other words, alarms didn't go off at all until it was too late.
Okay, I'm also putting the spirit box on now. We usually get a lot of talk from the spirits when we do story time.
No one knows to the stage how long the incident took. Why it took so long for the alarms to go off. And then when it did start going off, the first responders couldn't communicate to each other because the alarm was so loud. It's going to be a 5-week inquest into what happened in April 2025. Coroner basically has said, at the outset, I would offer my severe condolences to the family and loved ones who were in court at the time that he was doing on Tuesday last week. And he wants to make people feel safe, feel heard, to feel cared for throughout this coronial proceeding.
So you went.
The court heard that Kauchi had collected large kitchen implements and in early 2023, so just over a year before this occurred, the police were called twice to the Kauchi's family home.
The child women.
Wow, spirits are talking.
and he had accused his father of stealing these kitchen implements. His father was obviously hiding it because of concerns for his son's mental health.
Yeah.
On the day of April 13th, it was on the news. All they had was an image on CCTV. At that stage, they did not know the identity of the man. But the parents recognised their son from the 6 o'clock news and contacted the police and said it was their son. So the 5-week inquest starting on 28th of April 2025 will centre on 6 issues, including Kachi's background, his mental health, and his treatment for mental health in Queensland, and any interactions he had with police before April 13th. A precise chronology of events that day will be investigated, as well the nature of the response from Westfield's owners, Centre Group, and security subtractors, Galada Group and Falcon Manpower Solution. A further issue she anticipated will be the type of alarm that was activated and whether it was appropriate. The alarm used was so loud that it impaired first responders' capacity to communicate with each other, she said. Very successful. While the inquest is mandatory after any unaliving in the course of a police operation, she did not anticipate any criticism of police officer Scott's use of force. On the contrary, she said the officer's actions clearly saved lives after Kachi posed an immediate and ongoing unaliving threat to citizens.
He's not finished.
Dwyer paid her respects and expressed her deep condolences to the family of those who lost their lives that day on behalf of the bar. Now the bar in Australia refers also not just a drinking establishment, but the bar is the court, the judge. She said the event shocked our community and has caused unspeakable grief for the families and loved ones of those who are unalived and injured. She said national and international experts, including an expert in active armed offenders from London's New Scotland Yard, will appear. Also expected to give evidence are treating doctors and mental health experts. Dwyer said gaps in the healthcare Kachi received exposed him and the community to the risk of harm. She said she expects to hear there is a strong need for sustainable surfaced housing for mentally ill people, and that such a service could have assisted in preventing the decline in Kachi's mental health. Well, she said the events of 13th of April were very rare, and she was conscious to avoid stigmatising those living with mental illness, which is very... We need to make this point that there are many people with mental illness, and this is very rare for anyone with mental illness to do this. So we do not want to say that this is common. It's not.
A white English girl.
So we are just talking about this individual alone. Okay. She said mental illness can be catastrophic and it was in this case.
You see Brisbane.
Said the inquest would be
Isn't it?
trauma-informed and respectful as possible. Thankfully, in this country, tragedies like this are rare. But when they do happen, they happen quickly.
Year-old
and
girl
cause
that's
chaos. She said she hopes the inquest will highlight weak spots and deficiencies, procedures, and prevent future unalivings.
Did you just say Elvis? Spirit just said Elvis.
Wow. If there are flaws in systems, parties are asked to help the assisting team to identify them. The coroner said she may make recommendations in relation to any matter relating to the unalivings and the view to improving the public safety. Outside the court, two of Tahir's brothers, this is the security guard, spoke about the importance of being at the court proceedings. What has happened cannot be changed, but we pray and hope that through the investigation we're able to come up with better plans and better equipment for security guards. As far Amid Tahir said through an interpreter. So
Yes.
there was something in there. We can talk about the people that did lose their lives that day as well.
Yes, the victims.
I just need to go there. And who they are, because I've just given you names at the stage. But no.
We've got spirits talking in the background. Yeah.
I just need to open the article. Okay.
Hello to everyone that's joining. Welcome in. If you're new to our page, you like what you hear and see, please give us a follow. We're also on YouTube, so we go on YouTube straight after TikTok Live, and we'll go live on YouTube. So we've got the link in the bio. Spirits, we hear you speaking. Do you like listening to story time? Yeah, just.
So the security guard, refugee Faraz Tahir, was working his first day shift at the shopping centre when he was unalived. So his first day on the job. He had a great heart. He's really grateful to be part of this community and to make Australia home. Adnan Qadir, Tahir's friend, said, Pakistani citizen Tahir had fled religious persecution in his home country and sought refuge in Australia, first arriving in Brisbane in December 2022, before moving to Sydney last year. He was a frequent charity volunteer and active in Sydney's Ahmadiyya Muslim community. No matter how hard things were, he was always there to take time out and give back, Qadir said. Well, to his parents are not alive anymore. His two older brothers will come to Sydney from Pakistan and the UK for his funeral. So this is the article at the time. The High Commission of Pakistan and Australia on Monday paid tribute to his immense bravery. Because he did confront. He did his job. Let's face it. And he got there as quickly as he could. He didn't shirk his responsibility, and unfortunately lost his life being brave. So, you know, full credit to him for at least trying to save others. Mr. Tahir was a beloved member of the Pakistan community. He was a dedicated individual, lost his life for trying to save others. That's just what I said. Ashley Good, 38. So this is the mother of the baby.
Some of the stuff.
Ashley Good was remembered as a beautiful mother, daughter, sister, partner, friend, all-round outstanding human, and so much more. In her final moments, Good had attempted to save a 9-month-old baby and managed to pass the infant into the arms of a shopper. In a statement, Good's family confirmed that as of Sunday morning, the baby was doing well after hours of surgery. So the baby was also injured, but has survived. According to a LinkedIn page, which is like a business page, I don't know if LinkedIn's overseas or not, but it's where people talk about their career. Good worked as an account executive at the software company DocuSign. Oh, there you go. I think many Australians have used DocuSign, including us.
Yes.
She also had a master's degree in osteopathy from the RMIT University. Sky News Australia anchor Laura Jays said
Pop star.
she knew Good, described her as an incredible person who had the world at her feet. She's one of those all-rounders. She was an incredible athlete. She was also smart, so beautiful, Jay said. Now, her dad was also a board member of North Melbourne AFL Football Club and a former North Melbourne AFL football player as well. So they were quite a high-achieving family. Dawn Singleton, 25. Another victim, Dawn Singleton.
You know, she's the daughter of celebrity. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Fans of
Another victim, Dawn Singleton, was soon to be married. The 25-year-old was the daughter of millionaire businessman John Singleton and lawyer Julie Martin. Their cousin Jade O'Connor said Singleton lit up every room she walked into.
Thanks, Leslie.
Dawn, I should be writing your wedding speech, but instead I sit here sobbing, coming to terms our life isn't fair and you're no longer here. This year you're meant to get married to the love of your life. I'm so broken, can't believe this reality. The fashion label White Fox Boutique posted a social media tribute to Singleton, who worked as an e-commerce assistant at the company. Over the weekend, we not only lost an employee, but someone special to us who felt like a family member. We're all truly devastated by this loss.
Thank you, Leslie. Beautiful. Thank you so much for chasing the dream.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Dawn was a very kind-hearted person also who had her whole life ahead of her. She's really amazing and will always be remembered
Now
as
G20.
the White Fox. Jade Young, 47. Jade Young, a Sydney architect who had 2 children. She was a member of the Bronte Surf Club, which cancelled their social drinks on Sunday due to the mass unaliving. This is and will be a difficult time for the community. We're here to support the community, and a heartfelt condolences go out to everyone affected. Picria Dacia, 55. Dacia was an artist and designer who worked for a decade in Tbilisi, Georgia, which is the old Soviet Union, just south of
Sydney Airport.
Russia.
Spirit just said Sydney Airport.
Oh, wow. She also studied business administration at TAFE New South Wales. One mourner at the makeshift Flower Memorial in Bondi Junction told the ABC that she was such a beautiful woman, and she was such a lovely lady. She loved art. She used to sit here and sketch people and everything. I just can't believe it. It's just shocking everyone. And Yixian Chen, University of Sydney student Yixian Chen, was identified on Monday morning as the sixth victim. A Chinese-Australian-based media outlet quoted Cheng's fiancée as saying he had spoken to her shortly before the attack. She happily spoke to me at about 3 p.m. tried in close to show me. But I didn't realise that the attack happened.
There are people like latecomers. Just mention what this is about.
Yeah, so we're covering Bondi Junction, the 6 unalivings that took place on 13th of April this year.
At a shopping centre.
At a shopping centre. 6 people unalived and 10 people injured.
She just said monster. I just heard the spirit say monster.
Yeah.
Isn't there something about New South Wales, a naming of this, a serial unaliver, the monster, something monster. She just said monster, so I don't know.
We're not coming to that next thing.
Yeah, I think so. Sometimes we get
Wayne,
victim
who
spirits.
booked a flight to Sydney, said the couple had planned to marry after she graduated later this year. Chinese embassy in Australia said on Monday it was deeply shocked and saddened by Cheng's death and the serious injury of another Chinese student. We will continue to maintain close communication with Australian side to the utmost to provide necessary assistance.
Hello, spirits.
10 minutes.
Spirits, you've been listening to our true crime story time. Solved. Well, no, yeah, some of them have been solved, but unsolved spirits. Problem, yes. Would you like to talk to us? And who are you? Who are you, ma'am? Sometimes we get victim spirits come through. Here we go. Your team has completed the first stage of the team quest. Team Cheers has been unlocked for all team members to send and celebrate. There you go. If you haven't joined the Heart Me team, right up the top, we've got 32 members.
Said Marty.
Marty or Party?
Marty, I heard.
Ma'am, what is your name?
Queensland.
You said something about monster. What do you mean by that? Party. Yeah, see, Leslie heard party. I heard party.
Okay.
Is it a glitch when music plays? Well, they're looking for the right frequency. Sometimes they play their own music. What they do is they go through the frequencies so they can speak. They can play music.
I do actually think that they sometimes deliberately.
Yeah, they deliberately put music through.
We'll sometimes get a lot of repeating of music.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily exactly the same, but it's along the same. One night we'll hear reggae, another night we'll hear violins.
Yeah.
Another night we'll hear choirs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spirits, you are welcome here. Yeah, you've been listening to our story time.
And it changes all the time.
Yeah, they do play their own music as well. And we've had singers, singing spirits. We've had celebrity spirits.
Oh, yeah, Tony Bennett.
Tony Bennett. We've had,
Yeah, the day he passed, we heard his singing voice, then we heard his speaking voice after.
Yeah. Hello, spirits.
I got a finely tuned ear. I can tell his singing voice and I can tell his speaking voice after.
We've had a lot of, angry voices, dark voices.
I guess we're kind of used to it, so it doesn't bother us as much as it might others who are not
Yeah.
experienced at this. Yeah.
Spirits, you are welcome here. Would you like to speak? Would you like to tell us your stories?
We might hold the questions until we do a Q&A later.
Yeah. Spirits, I'd just like to mention that you all passed away, unfortunately, and you're able to be heard. You are speaking through this spirit box. Do you understand? So we can hear you right now. So if you'd like to tell me your names one at a time. My name is Marie. You don't have to be afraid to speak here. You can be heard right now. And we have plenty of toys here. And it's all safe for the children as well, children's spirits. What about the child that came through yesterday?
Pens.
Yeah, and we have cat balls, and they glow when you touch them. You can use your feet if you want to. You can kick the balls. Let's have a look. Who's there? So you know about is that right? I think it's unsolved. They call him the monster or something. I'm not sure. I did read something about it.
Do you want to cover the other incident in and around the Bondi area?
Another incident?
Yeah, it lasted 40 years.
Yeah, is that the 88 men?
Yeah, 88 men, yeah.
Okay, now you know how to say it, don't you?
Yeah.
LGBTQ plus. Darren? Did you just say Darren? Maybe Darren's back. Maybe it's another Darren.
So this happened from 1970 to 2010. So a period of 40 years. Most of them occurred in a 2-year period, 1989 and 1990.
Oh, what happened there? Whoa. That's strange.
What happened?
I don't know what happened to the SOS just then. It's like it got touched by the spirit. I'll do it again.
Yeah.
We see you there, spirit. You're there near the robot. Yes, and I heard Darren.
Copy.
Hello, spirits. We have children here too, don't we? The children are very welcome here to play with the toys.
Just going to switch my phones. I'm really off that.
So we have a spirit showing up there. Let's have a look. Let's scan this area. Yep, there's one down there, right? Any others? Hello. Okay, that's great. Spirits. Wow, look at that. See, it's coinciding with the TikTok filter is also showing up paranormal activity around there. Wow, they work together. See, that's how accurate it is. That's SLS. It's spotting a spirit and showing up in stick fit. Like yesterday, that's right, spirit. You've been here in the same spot. Wow. So what happens with spirits is they attach themselves to certain objects, toys. So that spirit is in the same spot. Yep. Oh, there's another one down there. I just thought. How many more spirits do we have here?
Family thing.
Family thing.
Of an imminent.
Okay, do you want me to talk about this one?
Which one? The 88?
Yeah, 88.
Yeah?
So there were 88
What is
LGBTQ
It's Australian.
people unalived in and around Bondi and Eastern Sydney,
I'd shot
Kings Cross.
I said Biden. They do talk about politics sometimes.
Between 1970 and 2010.
You can put in quotations what the spirits are saying. You know, the inverted commas. You can put one inverted comma. So if the spirit said Biden, you can just put Biden in inverted commas.
residents in the
Residents. Spirits, you're in our house. You're listening to our story time about true crime. Yeah. I heard him in the background. He goes, oh. Yeah, so, and we can hear you.
Bureau.
You can speak to us. You're speaking to the living. We're alive here. This is our house. You're in here. And you know what, spirits? You can actually read the chat. You can read out names. Did you say James? You can read out names here on the screen. Come around here, spirits. Have a look. Okay, so if you hear your name called, spirits are watching the chat.
So anyway, so basically what happened, there were large gangs of youths, and they used to...
A lot of them came from a certain school.
That's them.
What did they?
Yep. They were young youth, teenagers. They would go into a gang and go, yep, let's go and do this to these sort of people.
So basically they would hang outside nightclubs
Now, is this from 1980s? Is that stems from?
from 1970 to 2010.
Okay, so in the 70s,
88 and
yeah, in the 70s and 80s, you know, back then, especially the 70s, there were closet, you know, LG. So they were targeting those. Yeah.
The police did not investigate at the time because they're biased.
They're biased.
towards
They were
the
biased, yeah.
The LGBTQ plus community. Things have changed a lot for the better since then.
Yeah.
But they used to force them off high points.
Melbourne.
And
He just said Melbourne. The spirit said Melbourne. I think he's telling us to do Melbourne true crime.
many of the unalivings were unreported, considered accidents or self-harm at the time.
Yep. Spirit, you said Melbourne. Wow. Do you come from Melbourne?
All of them occurred in the area of Marks Park, Tamarama. The gangs that were at the time were called the Bondi Boys, Alexandria 8, the Tamarana 3,
Good evening to you.
North Nara Boys. There was a judicial inquest, Operation Taradale Strike Force, Parabel, New South Wales, parliamentary and judicial inquest.
Yeah, good evening to you. Spirit.
There were 96 arrests. And 80 convictions.
Spirits, do you like story time? It's very active around the koala there with the EMF reader going crazy.
Offset cut.
First arrest occurred in 1991. Alexandra A. was convicted for unaliving Richard Johnson the previous year in a bathroom at Alexandria Park. The group had also bragged of unaliving another.
Yeah.
Through further investigations, learned of another gang of unalivers called the Bondi Boys. The Bondi Boys are the largest and most prolific of the groups, consisting of 30 men and women. The women too involved. Aged from 12 to 18. They are primarily associated with the unalivings at Marks Park, and also refer to themselves with the abbreviations PTK and PSK. I won't say what they mean, no, it's not TikTok friendly.
No. Hello to Paul, welcome in.
What base?
In 1989, David McMahon, a victim who had escaped, had been thrown from the high point, identified Sean Cushman, another two members of the group. Neither were charged. While they attacked McMahon, they allegedly discussed a similar unaliving and committed to the high point a month prior.
All of it.
And also
The United States.
to be involved in the unaliving of John Russell.
John Russell.
Name's Nick.
Hello to you, spirits.
The other group was called the Tanamara Three. 3 men were convicted for the assault and unaliving of Krichikorn Rantajura Thoropon
Of Demo.
on the high point in 1990.
Imminent threat. At
I thank you, spirits. We can hear you right now. Would you like to tell us your stories as well? It is story time. It can be your story time too.
200.
Now, what does the number 200 mean to you, spirit? You said 200.
just that.
Did you say Justin?
Record was
Police operations were called Operation Terradale. Then there was Strike Force Parabel. And it focused on crimes that took place between 1976 and 2000. It identified 23 cases. For 1976 and 2000 as unsolved.
in people that
So 23 unsolved cases in a 24-year period.
Yeah.
Of the cases, 61% had insufficient information to determine if it was a bias crime. 22% had suspicions of being a bias crime. 2015, a $100,000 reward was offered by New South Wales Police. Information leading to the culprits behind the unaliving of Wyatt Russell and Giles Bertani. 2020, 49-year-old Scott White was
That's right.
arrested for the unaliving of Scott Johnson in 1988. He later confessed to the unaliving Johnson, and the political response.
Next question.
Can you say next question?
It's 1-3.
Spirits, can you come forward? Let's see where you are.
2 is the conditions.
2
Now,
conditions.
it turned out it was a conservative government that took up the cause of the victims, LGBTQ plus,
Come February.
spearheaded initiatives,
Yeah.
investigation, prosecution, and ultimately the prevention of LGBTQ plus related
Now.
that games were taking place in.
Spirits, you can send us pictures as well on this device. So they can use the AI in this app. Can you send us a picture, Spirit? Or spirits?
Those are related to school students doing the crimes.
Hello.
Where are the parents? I mean, you know what I mean? All these youths that would go hanging out late at night. Oh, we got a picture. Don't think I can show you this one, Spirit.
Now, they're still investigating. There's 50 to 100 persons of interest related to these.
Can it?
Can you send us more pictures, Spirits? Yeah, I can't show that one. Some pictures I can't show because, yeah, I mean, TikTok didn't even allow me to put Crime Stoppers number
Suddenly.
up there when we were talking about unsolved crime.
Oh, yeah, so
Story time.
we covered 3 different
Thank you, Spirits. Here we go.
stories tonight, haven't we?
I can show this picture. Thank you, Spirits. This one's a good one. Okay, so
And if you think we're concentrating on Sydney, it's just tonight. So we covered 3
that looks like pumpkins. Halloween time.
major incidents in Sydney.
Cemetery. Look at that. Pumpkins. I'm sure they're pumpkins. Who sent this?
Sydney is a very large population city.
The lines are free, but
The lines are free. We've just had Halloween, Spirits, but yeah.
They have a long history, so
Thank you for that. Could you send us more? Halloween. I know, we just had Halloween, Spirits. We're in November now. Could you send us more pictures? You could tell us your stories that way too.
it's got to 9:15 already.
Sorry?
Got
Yeah.
to 9:15 already.
9:16 p.m.
Man,
Sure is. Let me have a look. Yep, 1 hour, 29 minutes we've been going for. Thank you for the gifts as well.
yeah, we
what
did
else?
Tuesday night story time.
Yeah, we did.
Usually talk about true crime, unsolved crimes, cold cases.
Let me have a look.
One day, Tuesday night story time, might actually solve some crimes. And that would be a good thing.
Yeah. Yes, so thank you for the gifts. We've got, who's in the spotlight? I would say it's Leslie. Leslie's in the spotlight with the gifts.
Demonstration.
And Rhonda. Thank you. Thank you to both. And also to everyone that's been gifting. We can start from the top. Let's have a look. So, yeah, so Leslie and Tammy there.
If I want my mom.
She wants her mum. Thank you for the
The other thing.
treasure box. Thank you, Selwyn. You can also join the Heart Me team if you haven't yet. Right up the top there, we've got 32 active members. Every time you come in, you just drop us Heart Me and team bracelets. It helps us rank at the
Germany.
top of TikTok. And now Spirit just mentioned Germany. Are you from Germany, Spirit?
Oh, thank you for the treasure box, Selwyn.
Hope, okay.
You too.
So they said Germany.
Paul just
No,
told
sure.
Selwyn Rich for putting up a treasure box at 20.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're hearing what the Spirit's saying, just put in the comment.
In quotations.
Quotation beside it.
Thank you, Spirits. We like these pictures. Could you send us more?
Walter.
That's so Walter.
No way.
No, I've been hearing him. I heard him yelling last night, just briefly.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I thought it was him. So,
I'm not calling him in, I can tell you right now.
yeah, well, if he's already saying his name. Is there a Walter?
In there.
He's answering.
I just told you that.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, shush. So, is that you, Walter?
The United States.
Is this another Walter? Or the same
Lots
Walter?
of the
What did he say? Do you wish to speak with Mr. G? Walter? Do you remember him?
That's right.
That's right. Oh my God, it's him.
And
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Hello, Walter.
He likes talking to Mr. G.
the whole.
Oh my God.
How are you today?
He sounds a bit nice.
You know that.
He sounds a bit nice. He's got a split personality.
Sugar.
You've been a bit subtle for a while, haven't you, Walter? Do you like talking to me?
Walter, do you like talking to Mr. G? Do you remember he came to visit your gravesite?
That's right.
You can talk to him right now. He pops in every so often. Do you wish to speak with Mr. G? Walter?
I'll admit it without.
I can live without him. So, but Mr. G, you like speaking with Mr. G. He came to visit you at the gravesite with Bessie. Is that you, Bessie?
That's Bessie.
Oh, Bessie, hello. She's nice. Yeah, looks like she was truly loved Walter. She's with him. They're soulmates.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Bessie. Walter is with you, hey?
I think she keeps him on the straight and narrow.
Yeah, I think so. Now, some people don't know who we're talking about. I'll have to explain to
Okay,
them.
I need to explain.
Okay.
So,
It's in beat.
Walter, we're talking about is Walter Pirot.
Walter Poriot.
He does.
Poriot.
Yes.
And Bessie is
What-
Elizabeth
if you-
O'Leary.
So that's Bessie. She's talking right now.
Now, Walter very odd, is not his real name.
No.
His real name is Andrew
30.
Gibson.
Andrew Gibson.
Sure work.
He was one of the investigated people from the London police for the
Jack the.
Jack the R unalivings
On a pretty
in
app.
1888 in London. It's documented that he did take a ship from London to Sydney on the morning of the last unaliving, and then they stopped in London.
Future Bath.
Future. Did it say Future Bath?
He worked as a. He was a bit of a scammer. He actually managed to work in hospitals as a lady birth doctor,
But he was fake.
but he had no qualification.
No, they're not going to
Again documented, he did spend time in jail in London
Phil
because one of the ladies given birth did not survive. And it seemed very obvious that he was not qualified to do it. So he spent significant time
What?
in jail in
What?
South Africa,
at the moment, but
United States.
You're not old.
He married 20 times but never divorced.
Oh yeah, how old was he when he passed? How old is Walter?
That's a very good
That's
question.
a good question. Yeah, I think
We
was he
do
in his
know-
40s? I don't know. Because
Do you know the year that he passed, though, don't we?
I don't know.
Almost.
What year was she again? She was 5 years after him.
Yeah, she was 5 years after him. I
What
thought
year was she?
I thought he was 40 something.
Oh no, he's much older than
Much older? 70 something.
that. Yeah,
I don't know.
about that.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. yeah. Do you want to ask him? Ask him how old he is. He only answers to Mr. G. He won't talk to
Well,
women.
Walter, how old were you when you passed, do you know?
You'll be in a position.
Is that Bessie talking?
Yeah.
Walter, how old were you when you passed?
here and
Bessie, can you answer that?
I believe he would have been born in
Yeah.
about 1870 because he was 18 at the time
Either
of
do it.
the unalivings in
Oh,
London.
yeah, when that occurred, yeah, the 1888
And I
unaliving.
think he passed in 1951.
Oh, yeah,
So
that sounds
would have-
right.
that would have made him 81 at the time of his passing.
Gee, he lived long.
house is it?
Yeah,
House visit. He's
way-
come to visit us. House visit.
yeah.
Yeah. So, Walter, did you just say house visit? Yeah.
Yeah, you can pull out.
So you come to visit Mr. G a lot, don't you?
here.
SS. Homes.
Holmes. Child voice, that's amazing. Oh.
Yeah, it's very hard
Yeah,
to get
you-
information out of Walter.
Yeah, we can't get a confession from him too.
$5.
Yeah, I have tried multiple occasions to get a confession, I can't. He does get very angry if you go
Yeah.
accusing him too.
Yeah.
So I've have
So-
toned down my questioning of him and my communication with him.
So, Walter, why are you in our house again?
The impetus.
What did he say? What did he say? What did he say? So you've just come to visit Mr. G. Do you wish to make a confession? If you wish to make a confession.
But please, no, don't.
No? Okay.
He gets angry if you do.
That extra money.
I'm thinking that
I'm just trying to get him in a normal conversation and then
came
maybe
out of
we'll build up the trust. Because we've tried this multiple occasions.
Well,
He
why,
just gets
why has he
angry,
come in again?
frustrated, and he's.
Didn't we talk about him yesterday? Maybe he's come
We
in.
talked about him yesterday.
Yeah, we did. We talked about him yesterday. It looks like he
Probably
came
did.
through, and I did hear him, and I just tried to ignore him.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I've been having conversations. Walter for a while.
Well, Bessie's nice. Yeah.
I reckon it's about. I've been talking to him for about 20 months now.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
And every time I go up there, I just can't go any further. Just can't. Spirits.
Like Maria's a wonderful spiritual communicator, but I think.
Room, which
I have spoken with him, but he gets cross. He gets cross with me
I'm
because
the best communicator with Walter in the world.
no, because I get
Why,
really
so-
I get really upset the way he treated women, and he knows it, and he gets angry when I'm
yeah,
talking to him.
Yeah.
yeah.
He doesn't. Yeah, he didn't treat his women very well. He married illegally, so he married woman after woman, rich women, so he could swindle them of their wealth and then move on to another, single or spinster.
We do know that Bessie only found out
Yeah,
about it
about-
after he had passed.
Yeah,
But she still loved him.
yeah, she still loved him. That's why they're together.
And Stuart.
He was quite a charmer. Like he could,
Yeah, so
he
you,
could mix in high society
yeah,
and
I think it's funny.
he could dance really well. He'd be able to mix
Yeah, he was
social
suave.
functions.
He was suave.
suave.
Yeah, so women, were attracted to him.
But we have discovered that he's
Pandemic.
got a split personality though. He's got a very angry sort of side.
Oh, did he say the B word? Oh, I didn't hear it. He's probably saying that to me because he knows I don't treat him. I don't like really talking to him.
Concerned.
I like talking to Bessie though.
What's on?
Hey, Bessie. Bessie. You love Walter, don't you?
There is what's
I hope Walter loves you back.
In term deposit.
Term deposit.
Do you want to put this in the sub?
You reckon?
I think so.
Paid
he's been paid.
He's been paid. Spirits. I'd just like to speak with Bessie, if she can come through. Bessie? I could speak with you. Woman to woman. Bessie?
so they would.
Bessie, what was it like
We try.
being married? Oh, there
Part
we
of one
go.
of the benefits of being a subscriber on this channel, we will give sub-only chats to reward our subscribers. They're very loyal
So it's
to
dealt-
us. We only fund this page through subscriptions and gifts
A little bit, but
and the occasional competition. So
So rated,
yeah.
so we're taking away.
Australians don't get paid per view of
Yeah, we
of
don't.
the posts like they do in the United States. So we do have to really look after our subscribers because they're very important,
that's right.
not only for the community that we've built, but also
The program.
Are you going to continue? And
No, I
also,
had-
you said, and also?
and also obviously the support for because every cent that's gifted or subscribed basically goes back into the channel. So it might be equipment purchases, equipment maintenance, travels, that type of thing.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Leslie. The program. Get with the program.
The program.
Yeah, the program.
Are you still here, Walter? We just come in to say hello.
That's nice of you, Walter. Coming to say hello with Bessie.
Poultry.
Yeah, which
Who's speaking? Is Walter still in? Is he?
I know you've been calm lately, so I'm glad that we. I know some other people upset you a lot,
Yeah.
but I'm glad that you're feeling a lot better about yourself now. That we've talked to you with respect.
Yeah. Yeah, spirits, you are welcome here, but yeah, you have to, show respect because we respect you back. Cat Lizzie, hello. We just done story time on Bondi.
There's a going to be a 5-week inquest
Excellent.
into the Bondi Junction unalivings in April. So maybe we'll cover it a bit more in depth
Yeah,
then when we've got a bit more information.
but I'm really annoyed they didn't put make me put the Crime Stoppers number up the top.
Yeah, that was a bit
No,
disappointing.
last time they approved it and then they did it really quick when they approved it, and this time it wasn't approved. Maybe they had a different person dealing with it. I can mention that to them later after the live. I can write it to them. Spirits, just like to know if Walter's still here.
Okay.
Okay. Is
So
Walter?
you end up.
Is that who's that? Is that his voice? Is Walter still in?
And your complaints.
Do you wish to speak? Do you wish to speak with Mr. G, Walter? Are you in? Do you wish to speak with him? You're with Bessie, aren't you, Walter? He's not talking now.
I think he's just come in for a chat.
Yeah.
You can pull out.
Okay.
That was him, yeah. What did he say?
They don't normally.
Is that his voice? I know, he said a rude word before. Walter? Talk to Mr. G. He's been to see you a lot, hasn't he? Walter?
Hi there.
Hi there to you too. He said hi.
When you kind of
Okay.
He said hi there. Who's speaking? We've got some friendly spirits here.
Calls me dude.
Yeah, he
So-
calls him dude, yeah. Hey,
Feel like
dude.
the Great Lebowski.
Oh, why am I getting a headache? I hope they're not going through me. You know what? Oh. Who's near me? Why all of a sudden I'm feeling a bit of pain? That's a bit strange.
Sit up.
He just told me to sit up. Okay, spirits, can you move away from me? Not feeling right. Can you move away from me? Go and talk to Mr. G. You can go over and visit him. You can go and sit beside him if you wish. Walter? Or do you like to be called do you like to be called Andrew or Walter? Did he say to you if you liked being called Andrew Gibson or Walter?
I think he preferred Andrew.
No, okay.
To be done.
Yeah.
So Walter, you like being called Andrew? Yeah. Yes.
You did have quite a few name changes along the way too.
You know what? They haven't lit up a ball tonight. Maybe that's what I'll do.
Mm.
I'll distract them a bit.
Oh yeah.
Where is it?
It's kind of leaving it late if you're going to go into YouTube.
Yeah, that's okay. Spirits, before we finish here, because we're going on the other platform,
Is it under?
on YouTube, could you light up a ball for us? That would be nice if you could do that. Please.
Me?
I don't know where it's gone.
Detention.
Oh, there it is. Oh, found it. Did they say oh, yes. Come on, spirits. Alright, so before we go to the other platform, could you show some magic, please, spirits? Could you light up a ball for us? I will tap. I will demonstrate. There we go.
It does.
Are you ready? Look. Spirits, are you looking? Just tap. Touch the ball like that. You can use your feet. I just touched them. Why is this
If
not
you
on? I thought I turned that on.
Person's name.
I think this one's
Put the
running
money
out
in.
too.
Qualify
And
for
that, you know what this is? The magic box. Remember? Yesterday I showed you. That's the sound it makes. So just go near it. You can just put your hand there, feet. And the same with the balls. Do the same thing. Touch. See, that one's not working properly.
I was going to want to hear a weird theory go ahead this week. It's got
See, it's switched
fascinating.
off again. Huh?
You kind of report.
There we go. Now your turn, spirits. See? Show your magic. Could you do that?
So this is a strange music theory, but
Music theory.
if you start the Dark Side of the Moon album from Pink
the
Floyd
full amount.
at the third line raw during the introduction of Wizard of Oz,
March.
the two sync up perfectly. So the music from the album syncs up with the movie.
I thank you, spirits, for communicating with us. And if Walter's still here,
All right,
thank you for speaking with us, and Bessie, and all the spirits here.
Great, thanks so
Thanks so much. I think she was about to say. That's okay. We don't mind the good spirits.
March.
The good spirits. I mean, the good spirits, the ones that show respect. And the children. What about the children? We had a child or two yesterday. I hear you. Did you hear the child? You've got a cute voice. I'm going to stop the music so I can hear your voice again. Okay, Google, stop. Okay. Can I hear your voice again, child? You've got a cute voice. Can I speak with the child? How old are you, child?
Retain.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the smart kiddo yesterday. I just heard your voice, child. Can you tell me your name?
Oh. I'm Cap on me. Max is
What did you say? Max. Did you just say
kid.
the kid? The kid. The kid. Did you say the kid's name is Max? Am I hearing correctly? He said the kid. Yeah. Oh, well, hello. Hello to Max.
5 years.
5 years? He's 5 years old? Okay, he's giving me the answer here. All right. So, the little 5-year-old, Max, would you like to light up a ball for us? I just demonstrated just before. What about if you light up that green ball? Right there, that one there. The little boy. Tell the little boy to go over. Look, watch me again. And look.
Shows that.
I'm showing. Yes. See? It's glowing a red light. Do you like it? Yeah, so when it stops, I would like you to do it now.
$700.
Please, could you do that for me? Oops, that's me. Okay, that's better.
50,000.
Had it facing that way. There we go. Yeah, see, there is a spirit there. Could you light up that ball down there, just below your feet? You just have to go a little bit lower down and touch that green ball. I said show them. Do you think you can do it? You can use your feet. Just use your feet. Go lower. Down, down to the green ball. You can show everybody. Yes, you can. We'll need to finish because we're going on YouTube after this.
1,000 could.
Show them. Show them. Come on, show us all. Show your magic. Yeah, so he's just hovering above it. Not getting any closer. You're just hovering above it. Do you think you can go a bit lower? You might be able to do it in the next platform. So what we'll do is we go live on YouTube. So we'll be in this room. And whatever happens, hopefully they'll do it on the other channel. The other platform. I said I'll help you. Well, if you hurry, because I'm just going to give you another minute, spirits. So let me see. It's 9:44 p.m. Yeah. So if we could start now. Give you a minute. Okay, here we go. All right, go. You need to now use all your power and tap on that ball there, any of the balls, and light it up. Light the balls up, please, spirits. Are you trying? Okay.
The witch.
The witch? Who's he calling witch? Who was that? Who just said witch?
Well, Dad's in there.
Giving them a minute. So, come on, less than a minute now. You better just light up a ball there, or else we'll see it on YouTube.
That's to government.
So we've got the link in the bio, and you can actually just click on the link, and it takes you straight over to YouTube, our channel, which is the same name, TSBU Paranormal, and we go live there straight after this. Okay, a minute's up. Okay, Spirit, that's okay. You'll do it on the next platform, hey? Yeah, so if you'd like to join us on YouTube, that's where we'll be. Yeah. Yes, to YouTube we go.
Do something after.
They're communicating. All right, yeah, we thought, we did. We had Walter Porio. So he's probably still in the background. Okay, thank you to everyone
22.
that's been tapping on the screen. Thank you for sharing.
You would need to
And thank you to our subscribers.
very much.
Thank you. And if you haven't yet and you like what you see, please give us a follow. Come over to YouTube. The link is in the bio. And come and subscribe for free. Yeah. And we'll see you there
Or not. No.
in a few minutes. Okay, so have a good night or a good morning wherever you are in the world. And we shall all see you on YouTube. Come over.
Check.
Okay, you too, spirits. Okay. Bye for now. Thanks,
Yeah,
everyone.
Leslie. Okay, everyone.
Okay.